everybody. I'm Mike Glazer here with the Nighttime Show head writer Matt Walker. Our guest today, you know him from Jane the Virgin, did Chicago on Broadway. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest, Jaime Camil, and your host. He's got 30 years left on Earth because death catches up to us all, Stephen Kramer Glickman.
What a horrible thing to say about another person. You're the worst.
We're not clapping about that death's gonna catch up to you. We're clapping because we love you.
Yeah, that's it.
I really appreciate it.
No, I was clapping for death.
Oh, damn it, Matt. The whole drive over here, we were talking about Alan Thicke passing away, and I was like, if Alan Thicke passes away, I mean, you heard about this?
No.
You know about this?
Yeah, he died.
He died today.
Yeah.
Alan Thicke from Growing
Growing
Oh my
Pains.
God, Joanna. What's the name of his co-star? The woman.
Joanna Kearns?
Yeah.
No. Yes, Joanna Kearns has directed many episodes of Jane the Virgin.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, Joanna Kearns.
She's a very talented director.
Very
too.
talented director, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
it's very
He
sad
passed?
story.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, he was playing
So
hockey with his
sad.
son, and then he had a heart attack.
Come
and-
on.
Yeah.
Well, they say that when a celebrity dies, they go by threes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So who was
John Glenn.
John
just died.
Glenn?
Oh, yeah. That's
Yes.
right.
I never liked that guy, though. Not a big John Glenn fan.
No? You don't like... You don't like...
Glenn.
Just
I'm not
keep
a big
it there.
Glenn
Keep
fan.
it there. Don't go
All
to
right?
the next. Don't go to the next sentence.
No.
President?
Wait, are you talking about? We talking about the same John Glenn?
He ran for president. He went in space.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I'm talking about a different John Glenn.
Oh,
I was talking about this guy John Glenn that works.
Oh, he cut you in line at
I
Starbucks.
call him Johnny Glenn, and he's a real piece of shit. This guy Johnny Glenn, you wouldn't believe.
Oh my God.
Well, I
He's
love
the
John
worst
Glenn.
guy. Oh no, John Glenn, the astronaut, great guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Johnny Glenn, he works at TGI Fridays. That guy's the worst. I can't wait for that guy to die.
Okay.
But John Glenn was a great man
American.
and a great American.
Hey,
all right, Jaime.
he went to space.
Jaime, you have you have one of these careers and one of these lives that you hear about and you read about and you just go, like, this is fascinating. It's a fascinating career.
Thank you.
You've
I
been,
wish, man. Thank
you really have been kicking so much ass. Let's start at the beginning. Let's go way back. Let's go to the beginning.
Oh my God.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Mexico City. In Mexico City, my mother's from Brazil, my father is from Mexico, and I grew up in Mexico City.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fun.
Do you have a lot of family that's still there?
Yes, I have a lot of family. On my father's side. On my mother's side, very, very small family. They all live in Brazil. But in Mexico, I still have my dad there, my brother, my sisters, my siblings, because I'm the only child of the first marriage of my dad.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Do you go back to visit pretty often, or how?
I
often
try
do you-
to, yeah. But I have a life here. My family's here. My two kids live here. Thank God, I'm blessed to be in the list of employed actors of Los Angeles.
Oh,
Which is
my God.
like
Outrageous.
outrageous. And then on top of that, we are even more privileged to be in a successful show.
Yeah,
So
Absolutely.
You really are. That show, Jane the Virgin, is
Oh.
a huge show.
Thank you, man.
I was telling everybody that I was taking Uber today, and the guy who was driving for Uber, I told him that you are a podcast guest today. I just mentioned it in passing, and he goes, "This is a very sexy man." That's what he said,
That's so worrying.
and he said
man.
it. He said it under his breath.
Oh my God.
Oh, it was a real thing.
Can you imagine what he was thinking? When he was, oh my God.
Almost
It's
hit a-
very, look,
That's so disturbing.
It's
and I'm kind of aroused. A little bit. Yeah,
Bring him on out. Let's get him out here. He's right here.
oh, he's naked. Oh my God.
No, your fan base is extraordinary. Like
Yeah.
people love you, and people love that show. That is
Thank God.
It's a huge show.
Thank you, man. We have a great showrunner, Jenny Ehrman. She's just brilliant. She's a brilliant woman and a brilliant writer, and her team of writers, they're amazing. And I'm very lucky. They write brilliant stuff for my character, for Rogelio de la Vega. You see, I went to the Mexican accent a little before.
Yeah.
Character, no,
Yeah.
I mean character. Rogelio de la Vega. They write great stuff.
Wow. Well,
I feel like I'm hanging out in my neighborhood right now.
Hey, yeah.
I grew up in Pico Rivera. I live in Montebello, so I'm the only white person there.
Oh,
That's what it's
nice.
like.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be a minority, huh?
It's
What, anyone else in your family work in the business or part of the business?
My mom was a singer. Now she paints beautifully. Actually, my wife is an amazing. She just discovered she's an amazing painter as well.
Wow.
But
what?
incredible. fine. So my mother was a singer. Now she paints, but she hanged out with, back in Brazil with Sergio Mendes, with Caetano Veloso, like really, really like cool Brazilian singers.
Wow, that's incredible.
Like back in the days, back in the 60s, 70s. So
Yeah,
I'm pretty
you did
sure
some
she
singing
was
too.
every single time eating mushrooms or doing acid or something.
Fun.
Now
Yeah.
you have albums that have come out of you singing.
Yes.
What kind of music was it?
You see that my mom, back in Brazil. Is like,
Right, no, come on.
No, actually, when I started the career, I really wanted to sing. I wanted to be a singer, and but thank God, I have 4 albums, and they have done very well, thank God. But then, I put my first album out, and then the universe sends me like, hey, listen, a friend of mine calls me, hey, we're looking for the antagonist of this soap opera in Mexico. Would you like to do it? I'm like, yeah, sure, because having the exposure on television will help me sell shows, or will help me, whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Of course.
And then a brilliant script came along, 7 days, and I'm like, yeah, sure, it's gonna help the city. And I was very lucky to pick up on the universe's messages, saying, don't waste your time in the music. You should pursue acting. Many people they don't do that. They're very stubborn. I'm gonna be a singer, and then nothing happens. But thank God I picked up, maybe unconsciously, I picked up on the messages of, hey, you should pursue acting, not really much singing.
Sure.
And that's how kind of like the career developed.
So
you're saying is I should put out a couple albums and I can get some work in this town. That's what I need to do.
Yeah, but put some
Put
albums
some
in
albums
Mexico.
so you get a movie. Oh, Mexico.
In Mexico,
Okay.
in Spanish.
there we go.
Yeah.
It's going to be a while before I can do that.
So is that kind of how you got started? Is that you got started as a singer and then it transformed
Trying to be a singer,
into?
trying to be a singer, and it just transformed into the acting.
Had you done any acting growing up? Was there acting when you were a kid? Or
No, really, not professionally. But I was always a silly kid in the home movies, doing the silly things for the camera, whatever. I had I guess, but at the same time, I was very timid. ¿Cómo se dice? You are fluent in Spanish. ¿Cómo se dice? Shy. Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Yes, I was kind of shy, actually.
Wow.
And now it makes sense. Because when I see, in Mexico, I don't know if this happens to you, but you meet guys that, my son could be in entertainment.
Right.
Yeah.
Do it. And the son goes in a freaking show and top dancing, and you're like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Well, yeah.
And then the ones that are kind of shy, or they're like, no, later, whatever. Then they turn out to be, real better for show business.
Oh man, this is really incredible. This is the reason why we do the Nighttime Show podcast, to have conversations like this.
Yeah.
Isn't this amazing, Matt? Aren't you having the best time?
The best time ever.
You know what? You would make it a better time?
I don't know. What would make it a better time?
Fireball whiskey.
That would make it a better
and
time.
Guess what, folks? I happened to
brought
bring
Fireball.
I brought a bottle of Fireball with me.
That's awesome.
Let's have some. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, Matt, but this is a true fact about Fireball whiskey. You can hear the Fireball whiskey if you listen closely to the bottle. I'll put it up to the
Like a
microphone.
shell at the beach?
Yeah, it's like a shell at the beach. Here, but it can talk to you.
Okay.
Hang on, I'll put it up to the microphone.
Oh man, this has been a really great podcast, y'all.
That's
crazy.
the Fireball. That's the
Whoa.
bottle of Fireball. So I'm gonna hang it. Wait, hang it. I'm gonna put it again up to the microphone.
I actually dated a shell once. It didn't work out, but yeah, it was a really good
You
comparison.
dated a show?
Yeah, a shell.
shell.
Oh, a shell.
It was a good comparison. Good pull, man.
He would Fireball would actually go down to the beach, and people have these bonfires.
Oh, such a good
They
time.
left the bottle right by a couple shells,
Yep.
and they started hooking up. And
I had a threesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
You
awesome.
and a shell and a oyster.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fireball's having a better time than I am.
Well,
Well, if you
put me in
drank
it.
some of this
Yeah,
stuff,
there you
I
go.
would.
If you drink some of this stuff, you'd have a better time. I'm going to drink some right now. All right,
Okay.
here
Yeah,
we go.
and then
Popping
pass it
the lid
on.
off.
Here we go.
All right,
it's
I'm
not gonna
taking it
hurt.
down.
Whoa.
Oh, that was some great Fireball. Now it's in my belly.
Oh, hey, it's dope down here, man.
Yeah. We got that whole new sound system set up. What are you listening to down there?
Oh my gosh! Well, right now I'm listening to a little bit of the Cherry Poppin' Daddies and Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. Oh wait, hold on,
all right.
hold on.
It's a ska party down there.
Yeah, there's a little ska part. Wait, you like you too?
Of course, I like U2. It's one of the greatest bands of all time. Matt, are you a big U2 fan?
My least favorite band of all time.
Well, maybe you should drink some of me and change your mind.
Yeah, you get some Fireball on your stomach. Do me a favor, would you? Just for Matt, kick you two out of there. Kick you two out of my stomach.
All right, I'm going to change the CD.
With or without you. Let's kick. All right, there we go.
All right.
Now they're out.
Nice. Whoa, Drake?
Yeah, now we got some Drake down there.
Now
All right.
we're talking. Good.
All right,
This is good.
Hey, you enjoy being in my stomach. I'm going to enjoy you being in my stomach. And Matt, let's get some in your stomach. You
Pass
know
the
what?
Fireball.
Fireball whiskey. It's the best, especially when it's inside of you.
That's the only way.
All right, let's get back to the show. Yeah, no, definitely. The ones that kind of don't have that ego right away, or kind of think that they're like, I'm the next big thing. I just worked with a bunch of little kids and on a short, and one of the kids was like a from a family full of actors, and this little girl, she was a little nugget, little girl, this little white girl, and she shows up on the set and is just like, yeah, I'm like super, I just finished like my acting class, and I'm like super excited, and I'm like, oh god,
just leave,
just go home,
little girl, leave.
No,
It's like, don't get that LA attitude yet.
Yes.
Wait. Enjoy being a kid for a while.
Yeah, what's up with the LA? The other year was a Dylan candy shop, whatever, with my kids.
Yeah.
And these very loud people walking like, hey, would you like something? Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? What is wrong with their fucking inner volume?
Yeah.
Why is there
Indoor voice. Indoor voices, people, please.
And they were like some, actors, kid actors.
Of course.
I want to be here. Notice me. I'm here. I'm like, what? No. Chill.
Just, take a back seat for a minute.
Yes.
Yeah, because really great actors usually are they're the kind of quiet ones who kind of sit back and they notice everything and they pay attention.
Mike Glazer's like the next Al Pacino. He's
I'm very still.
I agree.
He's the one sitting there quiet.
Yeah, I do a lot of eye work. Yeah.
It's like Malkovich. I was at an event and I was in this like the little green room with like full of people.
Come on, name drop.
No, this is name dropping.
Cool Hollywood because you're a Hollywood
It's a
star.
very Hollywood thing. But I'm in this like cool little green room, and John Malkovich walks into the room. This is so great. Walks in, looks at everyone, and just goes, "No," and walks out. And he just walked out, and I was like, "What the f was that?"
No what? No to what?
Not happening. Just not gonna be a part of this room.
So much more powerful.
Unbelievable.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah. Do your kid are your children acting?
No, my daughter is 5 years old and my son is 2 years old.
Oh my God.
But my daughter is in the, what do you want to do? I want to be an actor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay,
But part of that, do you think, is because she sees you as an actor?
Yeah,
That's sort of
course.
she's modeling herself on that.
She came to Chicago 7 times. She saw the show.
All right.
Here we
7
go.
times.
Yeah, let's get into this. How did this happen? You did the Broadway musical Chicago. Who did you play in this?
Billy Flynn.
Oh, the best.
Can you imagine Roxy Hart?
Oh. Yeah, no,
Got the legs
course,
for it.
Yeah.
Mama.
Yeah.
Mama Morton. No.
Such a great role.
Oh my God.
That must have been insane.
Insane. It's
When did you
so
do
much
this?
fun. During my summer hiatus. This
God.
summer.
So who'd you do it with?
Yeah, with I had 3 Roxy Hearts. I did it with Dilise Kronman, Charlotte D'Amboise, which she's Broadway royalty. She's Jacques D'Amboise's daughter. It's amazing,
Amazing.
And Bianca Marroquin, which is a Mexican friend of mine that she's been doing Roxy Hart for 15 years, and we actually wrote Broadway history together, being the first Mexican-born actors to lead the same Broadway show at the same time.
Oh my God, that's
Tremendous.
fascinating.
That was yeah.
Wow, that must have been outrageous.
But I come from musical. In Mexico, I did West Side Story after the Deluge, which is a beautiful Italian show. Aladdin, Hook. Like many
What?
musical theater. Yeah,
Hook, like Hook, as in Peter Pan. Hook,
in Peter Pan. It's so much fun.
as a musical. That
Yeah,
was
the
done as a
musical.
musical. I had
Yes.
no idea that. It was
I
done
look
as a-
amazing in green tights.
Oh.
Wait. No, I played Hook. Sorry.
You played Hook.
yes, I was confused. Yeah.
Oh my God, that must have been incredible.
Oh my God, so much fun.
Is that your favorite? Thing
Hook
that you've
has
done?
to be probably Hook and the Genie.
Yeah.
Those two, but also after the Deluge. Am I pronouncing it correct? Like when a big storm.
Yeah,
I was gonna guess, but Steven's actually right.
What is it?
Deluge.
Deluge.
Yeah.
Deluge. Yes, after the Deluge. It's a beautiful play. That was a very demanding role as an actor because the priest, it's a priest that gets a call from God saying, listen, I'm fed up with you guys and I'm going to send another deluge.
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 Yeah. I want to send another deluge. And I'm like, oh, cool. Like, well, I picked your town to kill you all. So, build an ark.
Yeah.
And it's the guy's 95% of the time on stage to a point that I had to wear like either 2 or 3 mics because if a mic fails, you don't even have time to change it.
Oh, wow.
So they just like switch
crap.
to the next one. Yeah.
Whoa.
That was a great.
Where was this that you were
Mexico
doing?
City.
Wow. Oh my
Yes,
God.
that must
have been incredible. What's the theater scene like in Mexico?
It's not as powerful as Broadway, of course, or even as Argentina. Argentina has a street called Corrientes, which is very similar to Broadway, and even there the theater is even more important.
Wow.
Yeah.
What? So how did it work out with you doing Chicago? Did they reach out to you?
My manager called me and said, "Well, this is pretty much a done deal, contingent of a workshop. I mean, you have to send yourself on tape, singing, whatever. And but if you want to do it, of course, I want to do this in my life. I love musical theater, so I put myself on tape. I sent them. They said yes, and I started there. It was like a month thing. It got extended to another month, so I stayed there for 2 months. And it's very you get 10 days to know everything, to prepare the role. And that's very stressful because you have 10 days to know the songs, know the choreography. I mean, Billy Flynn doesn't dance, but he moves.
Yeah, and he's got music. You've got songs galore.
And when he's brief, he talks for a page. When he's brief, because he's the puppeteer. He explains what he's going to do, how he's going to manipulate the press and blah, 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 all of these things. Don't Trump. And, sorry.
You okay?
No, I just had something in my throat.
Okay.
And so it's amazing. I mean, he really is a puppeteer. So the first 2 days, I did not see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm like, I think I'm going to bail. No, this is going to be too tough. Wow. And I had a wedding to attend in the middle. So that didn't help.
So you couldn't even spend the full 10 days doing what you had to, yeah.
So I went to the wedding. After I returned from the wedding, that stress was out of my life. So I really concentrated on preparing the role. And I told myself, it's everything comes, just chill. You will be off book 4 days before everything will come. Just be cool about it. And I was cool about it, and everything came eventually. But the first month, the first show, I don't remember what I was doing until half through the second act. I'm like, okay, well, there's the audience. Oh, there's my fellow actors. Good. And I really started enjoying myself after the month and a half. After a month and a half, I started to really like, now I have it in my bones.
What about any sort of, as far as, it's Broadway. There's a lot of people in that audience. How many people were in that theater?
It was how many? 1,000 people theater.
Yeah. Was there any nerves as far as stage fright or anything like that? Any sense of that?
Whenever you lose the butterflies in your stomach, you lose respect for what you do, and you lose respect for the audience.
Sure.
It's like even if you're if you do extreme sports.
Right.
If you think that you can fly on your motorcycle, the most probable thing is that you're going to die in the next jump.
Yeah.
So you never lose that butterfly feeling, it's a beautiful. You do stage, and it's a beautiful feeling, and it's great. But I think it's a split second of a difference of you saying no, or fuck yeah, and just go forward and do it.
Yeah.
And that's when you're out there. You have one take to get it right.
Yeah,
that's it.
God, that's the best. It's when I don't know if you know this about me, but
he wrote Chicago.
I was actually the 334,000th Jewish actor to ever be on Broadway.
Come on, which one?
I'm just kidding. No, I worked on Shrek the musical.
Oh wow!
As Shrek. With DreamWorks and Jeff Katzenberg and all those guys for 2 years, and
got cast at an open call.
Got cast at an open call. I was a nobody at the time. I was the doorman at the Comedy Store when I got the job, and It was.
And you played.
I played Shrek. Yeah,
Wow.
and they put me in 6 hours of prosthetics
Every
every couple days. They put me in all these prosthetics because I was just doing. We were at 42nd Street Studios. Do you know
Yeah,
that
of
place?
course. We rehearsed that for Mambo Kings. We rehearsed there for Mambo Kings.
Did you do Mambo Kings also?
No, we didn't. We never got to open. It was bound for Broadway. We did the pre-Broadway thing. We went to the Golden Gate Theater in San Francisco.
Holy shit!
We had the same PR firm as Wicked, but we didn't get the book needed some work, and Daryl and Jordan Roth, the producers, they were looking for another actor. They were not happy with the other lead.
Oh my God!
They were happy with me, thank God. They're not with the other one. But they decided to pull the plug.
You hear what they told the other guy? It's like, man,
Do you know
this
something
Jaime-
I don't know?
We're
happy with you, but that Jaime, he's got to go.
Not Jaime, man. First of all, he's an illegal.
Oh, come on now! When we were doing Shrek, they were downstairs. They were doing The Wedding Singer for the tour. They were working on the Wedding Singer musical.
Wow!
And then the floor below that was Grumpy Old Men, and it was Carol Kane, Christopher Lloyd, and a couple other guys. Oh, and the guy from Two Broke Girls, the old guy on Two Broke Girls,
Garrett Morris?
Garrett Morris,
Nice
and a
pull.
couple other people. Literally, just a phenomenal group of people.
Wow, yeah, it is.
we're doing this.
It is.
And in the middle of rehearsing the show, they were in the middle of rehearsing.
Your show, Shrek.
No. They were rehearsing Grumpy Old Men
Got it.
downstairs.
Uh-huh.
In the middle of rehearsal one day, Christopher Lloyd went to get a bite to eat and didn't come back. And they were like, "Where's Christopher Lloyd?" And the producers have millions of dollars in this, and they're like, "Somebody go find him, call him." Not answering his phone.
Oh my God!
They go to his house. They ring the doorbell. Nothing. They call his agent. The agent's like, well, he's supposed to be in rehearsal. We don't know we don't know why he wouldn't do that. And a couple weeks go by.
What?
Yeah.
Weeks?
No answer. No communication from him.
He just went into
Zero.
Bill
He went-
Murray mode.
He went
Yeah.
blackout. Like you have no way of getting a hold of him. And the show, they did the audience test for the producers, and it failed. And nobody
Yeah.
wanted it.
There was a big gap where no one was saying their lines.
Yeah, they brought another actor in, but it just didn't work. It was just weird. And then they finally called him again. Someone got a hold of him after it had already kind of failed and was done. And they got a hold of him, and he was like, I'm in Spain. And they were like, "What are you doing there?" And he was like, "Well, I was in rehearsal, and I realized that I didn't like doing the show, and then it wasn't going to be very good. So I walked out of rehearsal. I got on a plane
And left.
directly. I went right from 42nd Street to a
the
plane, and then flew to Spain. And I've just been here ever since. Just hanging out.
Wow. What is even more strange is that he has his passport at all times.
Yes.
Yeah.
Being able to pull that off, having
That's
the money.
wild.
He was out. Like he was just like no communication. Didn't tell his agent. Don't tell anyone. He just
What the?
just didn't care. He was just like, I don't want to do this. I'm leaving.
And this is why they hate us, man.
That-
That's the stories like this is why they hate
Yeah.
us.
That's why Broadway has like real issue. They got real issues with like, Jeremy Piven still has like a stank on him from quitting a Broadway show for mercury poisoning.
Well, I have great stories that the cast members of Chicago told me.
Oh, please tell me.
Like, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna throw everybody under the bus.
Let's do it.
No, what's his name? The guy, I think Louis Gossett Jr.
Yeah,
Remember that
sure.
actor?
Yeah.
He played Billy Flynn.
Oscar winner.
And they had a lot of problems with him remembering the lines. But at least this has a happy ending. The guy was there, and they even brought in like an earpiece to feed him the lines or something like that. I mean,
Oh, wow.
ridiculous. But then he opens. He goes, Billy Flynn, great first song. Then he jumps a big chunk of the thing, and then he goes right into Gun. The Mississippi, whatever. And they're like, oh my God. And so the dancers are like, oh my God, he's jumping to Gun. So they all went on stage, do the Gun. Gun finishes, and the number finishes, and he leaves. He goes. So the understudy jumps and finishes the play. And the next day, he was very apologetic. He went to the theater and said, guys, I'm very sorry. I kind of like panicked. Theater is not where I feel comfortable. I do films more, television. This caught me completely off guard. I'm really sorry if I threw you under the bus. I mean, he at least came back and said that
very
he
professional.
was sorry,
Wow.
and he faced it. He was like, "Listen, this is a beast that I couldn't control."
That's like a real life version of what happened to Birdman, right? Didn't that kind of happen in that show?
Yeah.
In the movie, where like he's doing
With
the
who?
show in the movie Birdman, when Michael Keaton's doing the show, and then there's like some big thing, and like the show just goes off the rails, and
I love that movie.
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
Alejandro González Iñárritu is a very, very gifted director.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he's
great.
the coolest.
Oh,
so
yes.
good.
Oh, yes.
Have you ever met him or gotten to work with
Yes.
him at all?
I know him well. I've never worked with him, but he's from Mexico. So he had a company called Z C Productions, and it was Z Radio, Z Publicity, Z whatever, and he started in radio. He was a radio DJ.
Yeah.
One
It's
of
amazing. Zorro's very talented.
yeah.
He's a
What? Who?
Zorro.
No, Z.
Oh, Matt, what is wrong with you?
It stood for another thing.
It's a bad Z joke, is what it was. It was a Z joke.
Jesus. It really was, pal.
That's the level of joke it was. They can't all even be close to it.
Oh, God. Can we edit that?
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
we
no,
can't?
no, you
All
have to
right.
own it.
We just have to deal with it.
I'm coming back to the podcast. I'd like to apologize to you guys.
This is live theater. You're doing a Gossett Junior.
You're doing a gossip. Is that what you're doing?
Gossip, yeah.
Yes.
You know what? I did a play a long time ago, and I was doing 2 shows at once, and I didn't have time to learn the dialogue. And I kept thinking I knew it, but I didn't know it, and it just was getting worse. It was getting really, really bad. And I kept thinking I got it, and then I didn't have it. It was It was a weird show called Strike Up the Band.
You were already. The show started.
The show, we were in final rehearsals a week before the show, and I realized a week before the show, I am screwed. I still don't know it, and these are huge monologues in this show I don't know at all. And so they said, we got an idea. We'll put you an earpiece in your ear. That sounds good.
Bad idea.
And I was like, okay. And so they put an earpiece in my ear, and they're feeding me lines, and I'm saying them, and it's working. It's working. Things that we're getting through scenes, I'm able to catch myself through it.
Yeah.
That's like Thursday night, Friday night, opening night.
Earpiece breaks.
They put it in my ear and they go, sound guy, the one of the sound tech guys, the guy who was doing my lines, he was sick. So they had another guy
With another rhythm, with a different.
who had a stuttering problem.
That's not good.
It's not a joke. No, really did have a real stuttering problem.
Oh my
And
God.
he starts reading the lines, and he's like, "Great to see you." And I was like on stage in front of an entire room full of people. And I was like, "You've got to be kidding me!" And I literally yanked it out of my head and threw it on the table.
And you know it.
And I was just like,
You realize you know the
I
lines.
knew the lines. I was going to be okay. But
Did this ever happen to you while on a show?
during that?
During the show, Chicago, for example, I'm backstage and Billy Flynn has the best introduction ever. All those sexy girls, we want Billy, give us Billy,
It's
right?
the best.
And then, what luckers, because here he is. Boom. Is everybody here? Is everybody ready? And then right before jumping to the stairs, before saying, is everybody here? Is everybody ready? I'm like, holy fuck, I think what's it? I don't care about expensive things. Oh my God, what is it? And I'm like, okay, shit. They will come. The universe will feed you the lines.
Yeah.
And it does, man. It
Yeah.
does.
Your brain is made for that.
Yes.
It's going to be okay.
Yes.
Every time I do stand up, right before I go on stage, I'm like, I can't remember any of my jokes.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, what? I know I have jokes. I don't know what they are right now. And they get up there and I start talking. I'm like, oh, they're all
There they are.
coming to me. That's where they come back.
Yeah.
It's incredible,
It's
incredible.
bizarre. It is bizarre. Oh God, that's such a bizarre situation.
But what a lovely, what
did your
theater.
did you have family? Like, I mean, I know that your wife and your
No, I can't function without my family. So it was a matter of I found it, the first 20 days they were very difficult. That was the most that I've been away from my kids ever. Rehearsing there, and it was extremely difficult. But it was cool. 20 days, and then I got an apartment. Of course, I lost money doing this thing, obviously. But I rented a place, a 3-bedroom apartment, on the only in the only residential building on Broadway, which was half a block away from the theater.
Right.
And I have my family there. Without my family, it's not. No.
What about
I don't work.
Did parents and stuff come out
Yes,
too?
my mom came. My dad came twice to watch the show.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Oh, super cool.
That's
Super
so
cool.
fun.
Oof.
That's the best thing in the whole world.
It was.
Now, speaking of
yeah.
not having lines, you did an episode of a show
Oh yeah.
called "Whose Line Is It Anyway?"
Yeah.
What?
What was that like?
Yeah, it was great. Now, was I convincing? 0, right? It was great. But the thing is this: as you guys very well know, I love improvising. I love to improvise,
Nice.
and we all live for that. It's because
Yeah,
you never
sure.
know what the audience is going to feed you
Yeah.
with, and then you take it and whatever. And I think that show, it's an amazing show, but very well structured for the guests never to be in a tough spot.
Okay.
So they never tell you, okay, boom, make us laugh.
Right.
That
Yeah.
was your responsibility as the guest, and that's very intelligent from the producers. For example, they have a thing called props.
Yeah.
the segment props, right?
Sure.
And they have it in a way that you will not be held responsible if you fuck up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm walking in the jungle and I see my rifle. So now as a guest that you have to become like a rifle.
Right.
Now, the way I like to work more as an improviser is like, I'm walking through the jungle.
Take it.
Take it.
Yeah.
Take it.
There's a scary lion.
Sure. I'm there. No, but it's like, so I like.
You like to live a little more on the edge.
I would have loved to be a little bit more on the edge on the show, but don't get me wrong. I love being on the show. It's a fun show. They are so freaking talented.
Yeah, those
The
guys are great.
Oh my God, the guys there, Brady, all of them, they're so talented. I
Yeah.
mean, it was fun. It was
I'll
a
tell
fun,
you, the
fun
best
experience.
show right now to watch for improv is Let's Make a Deal.
Oh,
With Wayne
there
Brady
you go.
Oh, I
and
love him
Jonathan,
so much.
whatever his name is, and then the guy who plays music, Cat, I forget his name, but that show, like they're doing Whose Line Is It Anyway as a game show.
Oh, wow.
Like they're doing, like they're making up songs all the time, and they're just like doing stuff the whole time out. And I'm like, this show, it's the same old show, but they've taken it to a new level, and it's a different show in a
nice.
good way.
Is it on the CW as well?
It's on CBS.
Oh wow,
CBS Mornings, right before Price is Right.
In the family. Keep
Okay,
it
I-
in the family.
Because I'm a
you
big
go.
game show nerd.
I gotta talk to you about some of these shows. Some of the shows that you have done that when I've mentioned them to people and to friends that you were coming on the show, I had some friends who said, you have to ask them about this show. When I was growing up in Mexico, I remember this show very, very,
nice.
this movie very clearly. So, a couple quick ones. Wooden Woman.
Oh my God, Mujer de Madera,
Yeah.
Wooden Woman,
Tell me about the show.
horrible, hideous. I mean, hideous telenovela.
Oh yeah.
That was a bad one, man.
Yeah.
That's a low blow, which I love it.
No, we're going deep.
It
We're
was
going
deep, really deep. No, bad.
These are deep
bad
cuts.
show. Bad show. Bad. I mean, bad. Bad. I mean, it was a very bad novela, and then the lead got pregnant. So you're gonna love this shit. The way they fixed it was like her face got burned, and when when a plastic surgeon fixed her, we had another actress.
Boom. Are you serious?
See, dead serious.
Oh,
That's awesome.
No,
genius.
that's novela. Like,
Oh, that is
101.
the
yes,
stuff.
Yes,
Oh
it was
my
great, but
God.
it was horrible. It was the kind of thing where I don't know what to do with you.
Dun, 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 dun.
And I was doing that shit, and the camera was coming closer, but I knew it. I was like, no, this is not wrong. This is so bad. This is so bad. And then I ended up doing more sitcoms.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then you have Una Familia de Diez.
Una familia de 10. No, that was a cameo.
Okay.
That
all
was
right.
a cameo appearance.
What about The Prettiest Ugly Girl?
Ugly Betty.
That's Ugly Betty.
The Mexican version of Ugly Betty.
The Prettiest Ugly Girl.
Yeah,
Did
well,
that-
La Fea Más Bella. The literal translation is the prettiest, ugliest girl. But
I love it.
But that was that.
Did
My career.
Did that predate the American version?
Yes.
We rip everything off here. We steal
we
everything.
really do.
We're like,
Why
oh,
are
that
we
show's
ripping
good. We're
everything
just going
off?
to do it.
No, wait, you're gonna love the story. Ben Silverman, which is my producer now,
Yeah.
from Jane the Virgin, and now he has become a great friend, and we're gonna do things together. And I just love him to death, to life. He produced Ugly Betty, and he's producing Jane the Virgin, and he produced The Office and The Tudors, and he was a chairman at NBC and Universal. He's a beautiful guy. But he produced it, and the reason it got produced, Salma Hayek was also involved in this production, is because our version, the Mexican version, was so successful, even more than the original one, which came from Colombia. Our version was even more. I mean, we broke historical records in Mexico. The highest rated show in Mexico City is World Cup final in the 70s against Brazil and Mexico.
Sure.
That's the second highest rated is our finale.
Holy shit!
The Ugly Betty finale.
God, that is incredible,
and
man.
In the States, it was the first time ever. Thanks to our finale, it was the first time ever that Univision beat all. Now it's like more recurring.
Yeah.
But the first time that Univision beat to the ground all the American.
So
what he's
networks.
saying is that Ugly Betty is like the MASH of Mexico.
You know what?
Yeah, nice, very nice.
True.
Pretty much.
You know,
One of them. One of them.
I'm a big fan of Univision.
Yeah.
And let me tell you why I'm a big fan of them.
Because you like the women.
No, I do. I love their women. They're the best women.
And contrary to what you think, it's not the home shopping network for drug dealers to buy their girlfriends.
No, it's not.
it's not.
No, it's
Okay.
not.
I'm gonna
Right. I just want to clarify that.
Cross
Not
that
anymore.
off.
It's changed. It's changed.
But I have been known to watch some Super Sabado.
Sábado
Univision.
Gigante.
Sabado, well, that's what it's now. It was Super Sabado back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Look at you, OG.
When I was in
This is
junior high, it was Super
nice.
Sabado, and then
Wow.
A la Cama con Porcel. I used to watch.
Con Porcel, oh my God.
Because that had like I didn't know anything they were saying because I was speaking Spanish, but
But
it
how
had
about the girls?
in lingerie bouncing
God.
on a bed.
God
it was on
bless
like
them.
11 at night, and then this big fat guy was the host, and it was like I don't know what the show is, but this is the best show. I'm watching this every night.
Sometimes I watch that show. I would watch a show like that, and my girlfriend will walk in the room and just go, "What is this?
Baby,
What is
I'm
this?"
practicing my
I am
Spanish.
practicing.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
Univision, their marketing department needed a what's it called? They were doing a big thing at down south in where was it?
You're down in Orange County somewhere.
In Orange County, at
Newport or
this
something.
huge
Yeah.
giant
Down-
hotel.
Don't tell down south of Mexico.
Yeah,
I was thinking Chetumal. I was going to Cancun. I'm like, okay.
Cozumel.
Okay, the OC. You mean the OC?
Yes,
Okay.
in the OC,
Got it.
they had this big, beautiful event down there, and they wanted to surprise the marketing team at Univision on like how to maybe like how to work better as a team or something like this. So they hired me to pretend to be a team building instructor. And then I like came up on stage and did like a comedy act where I like do like a thing like, Tracy, I know you need to pull yourself together because Mario's complaining about you. And they gave me a bunch of names and I like roasted people and like made fun of people that worked there.
Nice,
and then then I sang a song to them. It was like really weird, but it was a great gig and I absolutely adored everybody there.
Because
They're the nicest people.
They're very nice. The problem with the Mexican television is that, here you have actors from ABC and they go to CBS, NBC, Fox shows to promote their show, right? They do. In Mexico, they can ban you, they will block you. They still treat networks with the 1950 studio system.
Wow.
That's the thing.
God, that is interesting. Okay, no, there's a couple more here.
Oh my
What about Dumb Girls Don't Go to Heaven?
Las tontas no van al cielo.
There we go.
That was a good show, a fun show. That's when after Ugly Betty, I started doing like a serious, and I told my showrunner, Rocio Campo, which we are now very, very close friends, and I have done 4 projects with her, including that one, Ugly Betty, Eva, which I'm sure that it's there,
Yeah, of course.
and another one. But I told her, Rosie, I think, first of all, Ugly Betty, this is not a serious thing. This is a comedy. I mean, give me a break. A girl with a mustache. I mean, this is
Having a great time.
This is a comedy. So I started doing it as a comedy, playing my character as a comedy. That's when I broke the mold of why haven't you called me?
Right, yeah.
And then she calls me very serious. She's like, you know what? Nobody likes you, basically. That's it. Nobody likes you. People are complaining. And why are you not this galan? The good-looking whatever stud from the novelas. I'm like, well, because now please let me do this. And this is where it went beautifully good, not wrong. I'm like, please let me do it like that for another week or 2 weeks. Let's see what happens. And thank God, because otherwise I was going to die in the soap, car off a cliff and bye, right? but finally they liked it, and I think we were the first production to venture into doing comedy in the classic like prime time telenovela where everybody suffers. From 8 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Yeah,
every single show. I think the star, like the female star, probably she laughs twice in a fucking year.
Wow. Oh my God.
That's it. And everybody's crying and crying and crying and drama and drama and drama. And so we started playing with comedy and we broke the mold. And now even thanks to that, Televisa decided, which is Univision's partner, decided to open up a comedic hour within the novelas, which was from 8 to 9.
Dude, that is amazing.
It
wow.
is.
God, that's changed. It's changed the way they do television.
So that was one of the comedic shows for the 8 p.m. time slot.
One of our listeners asked me to ask you about Que pobres tan ricos.
Yeah, Que pobres tan ricos. It's a funny one, a comedy as well. It's about
you did 167 episodes of that show.
Yeah. Well, don't think about it's
you did it for a long time.
Yeah, it's the concept of a sitcom doesn't exist in Mexico because we go from Monday to Friday for 1 hour.
Right, every
Everything
day.
is labeled as a novela.
Right.
That's
No,
the
I get
format.
it. I totally get it.
Opera, right?
Yeah.
But it was a sitcom and it was fun. But you usually work for 8 months.
But you're doing
you're
comedy.
done.
You're doing comedy every day. I mean, that's
it's
a
fun.
huge
Writing
deal.
that
Comedy-
has to be incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, big bang boom.
Comedy, but at the same time, you have a love story. You going through horrible things. I mean, you have to be. You know, as a comedian, how it is. You
Yeah,
have,
of
for
course.
a certain amount of comedy, the character needs to go through a difficult time. Otherwise, it's become like the most basic and stupid slapstick.
Right.
Senseless. Right.
Like a lot of the garbage on TV.
So,
The stuff I love. All right.
Right.
yeah.
You here. This was a huge one and a big one, and people when they've been tweeting about it and talking about it, and it was a huge movie. Secret Life of Pets.
The best movie featuring animals that talk this year.
Oh yes.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. Listen.
Absolutely.
Don't go there. Don't go there because you are in front of a humongous Storks fan. I don't understand why what you told me. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
That's it.
I'm sorry. I think it was brilliantly written, funny. But
He went to the premiere.
Oh,
Yes.
that's great.
Unlike some redheads I know.
I wasn't invited.
I
to
know you
premiere.
weren't.
I would have gone, but
No, I'm just kidding.
for like 6 months before Storks came out.
This is not a joke, dude. For 6 months before but he's been my best friend, this redheaded bastard,
Yeah.
for a very long
12
time.
years.
12
Yeah.
years.
Oh, that's why you went to the premiere then.
I wasn't invited.
He wasn't invited. He didn't come. No, it was just
So it's on you then.
Yes, it's my fault. Yeah. No, so we'd be driving around town. We're driving around just having a nice day and on the way to a podcast or whatever, and he'd go, "Hey, look, it's the movie with animals that's going to be the most successful animated animal movie this year." And he'd point
I'd put it at Secret
every
Life of Pets
single
billboard.
time. And he just
Every
was
day for like
taunting
6
me
months.
every day for 6 months. Hey, look, it's the most
universe is
successful
listening, man.
animated movie of the year for 6 months straight.
Yeah.
I'd just be like, son of a bitch. Like, he'd be like, I heard Storks is good, but it's supposed to not be as good as Secret Life of Pets.
I'm going to tell you something, and I did Pets, and I loved it. And it's in Cinco Paul, the
Sure.
writer. He's just
Huge movie.
brilliant. And I mean, I loved it, but I also loved Storks. I
There's nothing wrong
truly
with-
don't understand what happened
I'll tell
there.
you, Storks
I don't
was a
get
lot
it.
of fun too. I loved
don't-
Storks. It was
I
a great
don't
movie.
Maybe it was written more maybe it was written for adults. Probably that's why the kids maybe didn't relate.
I feel like here's the thing is, I feel like movie studios decide how much money their movie's going to make. That for the most part, I think they have an idea of how much they want the movie to make, and then they make that much money, or they just kind of
As an experiment, to say.
like I feel like they kind of have an
It's not talking like it's a flop. Storks made $150 million
made
worldwide.
$170 million.
$170 million worldwide. That's
That's
nothing to sneeze at.
That's
That's impressive. But
it's impressive.
But,
But
historically, the movies with kids, you have to multiply the ticket by 4 because kids they don't go by themselves to the movies.
everybody thought that it would make somewhere closer to the 400,
400,
500,
yes. Wow.
400, 500. That's success. Like in the animated world, they look at that as that's a successful movie if you hit 400, 500,000. Now, with that being said, there's a few weird little Storksy things. Okay, this is a couple weird little things.
All right.
Number one, this is going to get really awkward, really, really fast. For a movie,
Can you do this in your
Stephen,
pigeon
you're
toady
sweating.
voice?
Are you in
I
breach
feel like
of
we're in a
contract
soap
right now?
opera.
maybe a little bit.
Let's
Maybe a
just
little
stop.
bit. No, it's okay. It's okay. For an animated movie, or for an animated movie, there's merchandise, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, so
Yeah.
how long ahead of time do they have to make that merchandise? It's a little time, right?
Even Frozen, they ran out of Elsa and dolls. They ran out of it, and they prepare. Disney prepare like they usually prepare for, but the success of Frozen caught them off guard.
Right. Yeah. So sometimes they can be caught off guard.
My point is
things like
to
that.
a company that does that for a living,
Right.
And
Okay.
they would caught off guard.
And they were caught off guard.
So-
right. So Storks, they made zero merchandise for Storks. No T-shirts, no action figures, no stuffed animals, nothing.
Wow, that's impressive.
So they would
Why wanted to do that?
Yeah.
they would have to have done that. If they did that and then none of it was selling and then we didn't make $500 million, I would be like, oh my God, our movie's a failure. But I kind of feel like they knew what it was going to do and they chose to keep it in the theater until it hit the number they were hoping for it to hit. That's how they did it. And then the second it hit that number, they were like, all right, we're out. And then it comes out it comes out in 5 days from now. So
Blu-ray.
it comes out right before.
It already came out
on the 20th?
iTunes.
Yeah, it came out on iTunes.
I watch
Digital,
it,
yeah.
I watch it
Yeah, digital.
seven times a day.
It's hysterical.
But
it's an interesting
I
thing.
truly don't understand. Listen, it has nothing to do with the love that I have for Kevin Tsuchihara and the Warner people. That has nothing to do with that. I swear to God, I'm being objective. I do not understand. That movie is brilliant.
It's very
brilliant. It's so well written. I mean, I truly don't understand. I
Very
don't get
fun
it.
movie.
I think they did a really, really great job, and I think it was a very beautiful movie. I think it may have just been, it's an experiment for these guys. Warner Animation Group. This is their second
Wag.
movie.
Oh, wow.
This
What
is
was the
new
first
for
one?
them. Lego Movie.
Oh, wow.
So
wow.
this is their first original,
that did
original
amazing.
character.
Yeah.
Did huge.
Yeah.
But this is them foraying into original characters and an original storyline, and that's different for them. And
Wow.
it's tricky, man. I mean, they have like 4 fucking Lego movies in pre-production right now.
Wow.
So they're like, it's
Yeah, don't worry.
they're still trying to figure it out.
Got it.
You
They
know?
were like, this will take a bullet for the team. That's fine. And
yeah.
And I think we can all say this.
Interesting.
Pigeon Toady was the breakout character of that movie.
Well,
Totally.
Yes.
well.
According to RogerEbert.com.
And according to Entertainment Tonight,
Yeah.
I got
Oh,
the
yeah.
I got some good stuff.
and
on
according
that.
to my daughter.
all right.
Although-
Well, enough about me.
My daughter.
Well,
Enough
Except
about
for
me.
the Poughkeepsie Times or whatever that said you were annoying, I think.
Well,
There was some minor newspaper like
There's
that.
a few
That
that
was
said
so
that
funny.
they said to me ahead of time, and then we're getting off
because
and talking about Storks.
they don't get Californians.
Well,
They didn't get the character.
not at all. But Matt framed that one, and that was like the only one he framed, which was a very odd choice.
That's so funny. They actually said to me in the middle of pre-production, they were in the middle of right before it came out, or in the middle of production, they were like, "By the way, your character is really polarizing," and I was like, "What does that mean?"
Exactly.
And they were like, "Half the people that are seeing it hate it, and they hate
Good.
your character, and
Good.
the other
Yeah.
half love it." And I go,
Yeah.
"Well, how are they divided? Like, how is that divided?" And they were like, well, people over the age of 50 think the character's really annoying.
Yeah.
Children up to like into their 20s, even up to the 20 something, absolutely love
Please
the
tell
character.
me after that
Terrific.
statement you walked away.
Oh, I was so happy. I was like,
You were like, okay.
I was like, I'm good. I'm good, baby.
Come again. We're doing a movie for what audience?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so we're good.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
we're good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, kids definitely. And you know what? God bless Warner Brothers because they in the last month they've put out 5 videos, like 5 original videos to promote the DVD, and
They're all you.
It's all Pigeon Toady.
Nice.
It's like every video is
Yeah.
like a
Now,
Pigeon
my
Toady
question
video.
to you is this.
Hamana.
Yeah,
That's
Hamana. You like my
exactly.
hashtag?
That was so funny.
So, did you get it?
Did I get what? What the?
Did you get it?
Did I get
Did you get it?
the?
No.
Did I get
Uh-huh.
this?
No.
Oh,
What we talked the gym because
little
we
suit.
work out together.
The suit, the character.
Oh, I don't know yet. I don't know. It hasn't been delivered yet.
I would steal it for you.
Oh,
There you go.
God.
Oh, yes.
I want it
Yeah.
so bad.
Yes.
I
almost,
love everybody over there.
That would be great.
Okay, you got to tell. Okay. You got to tell me about
Secret Life
this.
of
Can I ask
Sorry.
a question
For
about
God's sake.
Yeah.
You go-
Secret Life of Pets.
Yeah, and is that your kid's favorite of yours? Is that the one that is just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my
They
gosh.
love. No, they love. They love animated movies. They love Dory. They love Nemo. They love pets. They love storks. They love all of them.
Did you get to meet anybody in the cast? Like work with anybody in the cast?
No, because I have a very small
it's all-
cameo on the telenovela happened. But it was funny. We were in New York. I was doing Broadway, and they premiered I was lucky enough for them to premiere the movie while I was in New York. So I was there, and I was with all of them. But the funny thing was that they tell me, okay, you're gonna go in at the end. Obviously, because I'm the least important character of the film. So I'm like, yeah, of course, it makes sense. And then now the producers, bam, bam, Cinco Paul, the writer, Jaime Camil, and I was backstage. You know how they put you in the order you were. I was the last one. And then I get the people from the studio. Jaime, yeah, well, I'm here. I'm in my position. I'm in position. No,
Yeah,
come.
where you told me to
So
be.
I just boom one, and I went next to Cinco Paul, and then Cinco turns to me and goes like, I love Jane the Virgin, by the way. It's the best
Wow. Yeah, dude.
ever. And I'm like, thank you, Cinco. So Cinco ended up coming to the set with us, with his beautiful daughter, and we became friends and
That's
whatever.
amazing.
But I saw all of them. Like everybody was there. Kevin Hart and the other one, and
Louis and
Bobby. Wasn't even the guy from the SNL.
Bobby Moynihan.
Bobby Moynihan.
I love Bobby
Hilarious.
Moynihan.
God,
So funny.
that was the one that I was excited to meet.
Oh my God.
Because I'm a big fan of SNL. So
Of course.
yeah.
Did you have to do like did you do the press junket and all that stuff for?
We do the
pets, or-
no. Again, my character was a very small character, so
Okay.
yeah. But I did help within the Latin American market
Yeah.
for sure.
Unbelievable.
that's
You have
so
a
cool.
real special relationship with the universe. Holy cow.
Yeah,
Thank God.
seriously, man. So
Holy
damn
cow.
cool.
I think you know what I think. I think that if you live your life ethically good,
Yeah.
the universe, karma, the universe, however you want to call it, listens.
It'll reward you with
Yes.
being named the sexiest man alive.
Okay.
No.
All right. We are getting People's
Here we go.
Sexiest Man Alive 2007.
Thank you.
Were you married at this point?
We should clarify that it was people en español.
That's fine. Hey,
which is a little different.
there's a
right?
lot of people in this world that speak Espanol.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank
That's
you.
a lot. That's a big market.
Yeah.
Huge.
This is 2007. Were you married at the time? Were
I
you
was
together?
not.
You were single at the time.
I was single.
Oh, Jaime, this is.
I was single and mingling.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
You got an
can't-
email or two. Okay.
What?
I can't even imagine what that must have been like.
Imagine.
Did
Can
you
I
have
be
to?
completely honest?
Did you get one of those
please?
take a number things at your
Yeah,
door?
you should have gotten one of those.
I'm gonna be honest.
Please
I banged like a no. I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be very, very honest. I was
Havana,
never.
Havana.
I was never. I know this. You think this is gonna, but this is not bullshit. I swear to God. I swear on my kids, on my family. I never was that kind of guy. Like let's get as much girls as you possibly can. No, I liked having girlfriends.
Sure.
I had a lot.
Right.
But I didn't have several at the same time.
Well, you're a
I
good
always
fella.
I had my
He
girlfriend.
didn't Charlie Sheen it.
Yeah, but, okay. Well, no, thank God.
We all know how that ended, right? No.
Were there women must have just been coming out of the woodwork though. I mean,
if they did, I didn't notice. I swear to God. My friends were like, dude, open your.
Yeah.
If it's not for you, we get it. But do it for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it for us.
Give us the
Yeah.
stories.
Right there?
Miguel takes a lot of advantage of this.
Yeah, I'm sure Miguel does.
I would be carrying around the magazine with me, like facing everyone.
You
just
know
to,
which
like,
one?
make
You know
sure,
which one I
like-
carry with me? The September issue came. The September issue sent to the subscribers, which is 70 or 80% of the magazine. Actually, not what you see on the stands. It's more important the one that they sent to subscribers. They did a beautiful story on me, cover story. Jaime Camil at the top. And they mentioned, Jane and Broadway, whatever. That one, I arrived to the
That's
theater,
what-
to the
yeah.
Ambassador Theater.
Oh.
Hey, how are you? This is nothing. It's just,
I just picked up my my mail.
Oh my god!
Yeah, they're like, it's November. That came out in September.
I was more excited about that cover than the other one.
Yeah.
Did it change? What did it change in your life? Did it
No,
change
what
anything
changed
for
my
you?
life was Ugly Betty. That was a game changer for sure. I'm one before Ugly Betty and after the Mexican version of Ugly Betty.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
a huge deal.
That was a huge deal. Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Now, like as far as relationships and dating and things like that, did you always have nice? Did you always have like nice ladies around you, or like when you were younger, did you date a lot?
I date a lot, but I had girlfriends. I had like steady, serious girlfriends. They might have lasted for 3 weeks, but they were my girlfriends.
Are you in touch with any of them? Stick around? Anyone stay in touch and stuff like that?
Some of them I have a great friendship with them. Yes.
I'm gonna have to suspect that he never had an awkward face.
What's an awkward face?
Exactly.
Like where it just does,
exactly
where you just can't talk.
Of course,
to
everybody had an awkward face.
No, you didn't.
Yes.
No, you didn't.
Listen, when I was a teenager,
Look at the three of us.
Okay,
We know awkward phases.
when I was a teenager, the age of I would say 15. Have you ever seen a horse?
Right.
When
Yeah.
they get.
Yeah.
That was me.
Yeah.
That was me for at least 3 years.
You sure you weren't a unicorn?
A magical
Wow, Glazer with the. That's a.
That
good
was a
one.
good one, but it was.
Man.
But you know what?
I mean, be like, when I was 14, I had a.
Equally awkward.
I mean, it's like when I was 14, I had a pimple for 2 days. It was very awkward. It was a very tough time in my life. Very difficult time.
Man, don't remind me, please.
Oh my god.
I have very 2 years braces, like not being able to coordinate. Yeah, we all had those faces?
Did you date actresses at all?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who's the most famous woman you dated?
Any famous?
I don't know. Well, I don't know. Let me think. Thalia, probably the.
Oh wow!
Wait,
Tommy Mottola's wife.
That's like she's
What?
like one of the biggest selling artists in the history of music in the world.
Yeah.
wait, who is that? Wait, say what?
Talia.
Pull up a picture.
Okay, hold on.
Oh my God! No, please don't do. No, but
No one can see
no,
this.
but
It's a podcast.
No, because let me give you another one because then
Okay, tell me another
she
one.
thinks that whatever.
It's fine.
Let me think. No, but actresses.
Yeah?
like Televisa actresses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here in the U.S. or in Mexico.
I did it for a while, Sofia Vergara.
Get out of town. Are you serious?
I swear to God.
Oh my
But
god.
enough of this because we are gentlemen. But without a doubt, the jackpot. My beautiful wife.
Yes.
There you
My
go.
beautiful wife who used to be a model.
Oh my
and
god.
she did an amazing book. You see her?
You're doing it. You're doing it. You're making it. You're finding your way out.
Thank you. Yes, and she wrote a beautiful book called
yeah?
Chronicles of a Novice Mom.
Really?
I swear to God. And now she's painting beautifully.
You know, I read
Wow.
you've got.
We've been together for 13 years.
I read that
Very
you
nice.
were.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I
Are you
love
coming out with an app of some sort?
No.
Okay. I read wrong.
You ruined
I read
it.
wrong sometimes.
You ruined it.
I ruined it.
It's all right.
I wanted, but Kim Kardashian beat us to the punch.
That's fantastic. When you know what, this is super weird. Oh wow, gorgeous. When what's it called? When Storks was coming out, there was a thing where they put up, at Warner Brothers they have these the walls where they put the posters on the walls outside, right? But one of the corners where they put the poster is like on this kind of side street where they put it and like there's no traffic there. It's like a weird place to put a poster. Yeah. And I remember driving by there and I saw Sofia Vergara was in a movie there with on that wall on this
With
like
Reese
hidden wall
Witherspoon, right?
with Reese Witherspoon, which was a real piece of work. I don't know if you saw that. It was rough. It was a rough movie. Rough. So that was up there. So was who's the guy the guy from the teen heartthrob.
Zac Efron.
Zac Efron. Thank you.
Wow.
Zac Efron. Wow, nailed it.
How'd you know?
Zac
Wow.
Efron.
Name a teen F. Just say teen
Thank you.
heartthrob. I'm going to get it right every
Zac
time.
Efron was in a
You could
movie.
have gone with Ian Hummer. What's it? Ian
Summerfield?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Zac Efron was in a movie where he played a DJ called "We Are Your Friends."
Yeah.
that poster was on that same
That was
wall.
one of the biggest bombs in the history of cinema.
Right.
So whenever you see your poster on that wall, you have to get off the car and rip it, like just
you start
pee on
panicking.
it, like rip.
Absolutely terrifying, right? That's where they put the Storks poster, was on that wall. And when I saw it there, I had a nervous breakdown. I'm not kidding you. And here's the best part. I contact the marketing department at Warner Brothers.
And you said, get this
and
poster.
I go, hey, quick question for you. There is a poster of Storks outside on the wall.
In the wall of death.
On the wall, it's on the wall.
The wall of death.
And the guy goes, "Ooh, what are you talking about?" And I go, well, it's on the wall, on the street, on the side street there. And he goes, okay. And I go, well, that's the wall. And he goes, what do you mean? I go, that's the wall where they had, the
Wall of Shame.
The Hot Pursuit was there, and We Are Your Friends, and Max, all these other movies that have Dark Shadows,
Suicide Squad.
Well, a bunch of ones that really haven't worked out. And he goes, are you calling me to talk about the movies I've worked on here at the studio that haven't gone well? And I go, no, I gotta get off the phone. He goes,
he was the executive in charge of those movies.
No, he was just he just worked in marketing, but he was like,
are you here to remind me of all the things I didn't?
Yeah, he goes, you don't call the marketing department at Warner Brothers and talk about the bombs that we've had.
No, actually, your call was a gift from heaven.
Yeah.
Like, I'm calling you to let you know that you have to either kill that wall, or
that's a danger
bulldoze
wall.
the wall, or
it's
something.
a danger wall.
Tear it down,
of course.
Cursed fucking wall. Yeah. And then you try. Here's the best part, though. Then you try to complain to people about it. You go, "Can you believe this? It's on this bad wall." They go, "Oh, I'm so sorry for you. Your movie poster is on a wall. It's not a good wall."
That was
sons
me.
of bitches.
That was
Because
totally
they
me.
don't understand the problems that we face in Hollywood.
I know. All right, now listen. Before we wrap things up, Jane the Virgin. This show is an epic success.
Thank you, man.
Award-winning, just a phenomenal piece of work.
Thank you.
You've won numerous awards for this.
No.
You've been
Snubbed.
nominated. You've been
I've
nominated,
been nominated
for numerous awards.
for 2 Critics' Choice, supporting actor,
Holy shit.
for the Teen's Choice, the Teen Choice?
Teen Choice Awards.
Teen Choice Awards. I won the Imagen Award for supporting actor.
You have won
but Gina,
awards for- yeah, but Gina's
the show won the People's Choice, the Peabody Award, the AFI recognition. Gina won the Golden Globe the first year she was nominated. Now this is her 3rd year nominated. And the show was nominated on the first year, but I truly think that we are kind of snubbed, to be honest, because the show it's I mean, I love it. It's not because I love it because I work on it, but I think that journalists and critics they write the same thing. They're like, come on, you're not gonna nominate Jane the Virgin, guys? Come on, get your thing together.
It's interesting. I think part of the uphill battle for a show like Jane the Virgin is you're on the CW, which is known for a certain style of show.
And sci-fi.
And
a lot of
certain
sci-fi,
things.
a lot of
superheroes.
Like
for every day of the week.
superheroes, America's Next Top Model was their big show for like a long time.
Yeah.
So I mean, like they're sort of locked in with this, like, it's a teenage network.
Yeah.
And then you come out with a show like this that crosses those boundaries, and it's more than just that.
And
then
gave
people
the
don't know what to
CW
do.
their first important awards and nominations.
Yeah.
And it's like people don't know. They think, I think some people that are in the process of, like, the people who nominate these things, they just sort of think, oh, it's a CW show, and they don't even necessarily give it the chance to get some of those Emmys and things like that it probably deserves to be nominated for.
Probably, but I mean, what are networks now? What are networks? One of my favorite shows, Sons of Anarchy, was in FX, and now it's not about being on ABC, CBS, NBC, or Fox. That's it. No, you could be in any. You could be in Amazon.
Cool
you can be in you can be in freaking Netflix.
That's very true.
And win awards.
Great.
Yeah, but what's great is because of that, Matt, because they're it's
elevated the whole network.
It's elevated the whole network, and it gave Crazy Ex-Girlfriend a chance, which that show wouldn't exist. I don't think that show would exist on that network if it hadn't been for Jane the Virgin.
I agree.
I think you guys paved the way for them 100%. Because, definitely your show is definitely taken very seriously by people, and the acting on it is phenomenal. And I think it really raised the bar too for the shows that they were doing over there to what they are doing currently.
Going to Netflix was a game changer. I mean, just hitting Netflix, that gave so much exposure.
Did you do that right
to
after
the show.
season 1?
Yes.
Yeah. See, that's the smart move. Yeah. You do it right away, because then, like, say, Breaking Bad didn't really take off till like season 4. it was because of Netflix and people watching other. Like on AMC, that show was really it was almost canceled. Like after season 2 and after season 3, Breaking Bad, one of the all-time great shows.
Wow.
And then it got footing on Netflix, and all of a sudden, this stuff started building, and that's when it started getting awards and everything. They're like, oh, we'll keep it around, and then it becomes this huge thing by season 5. But I mean, that's the kind of thing where, like, if you go right after season 1, you get yourself that additional chance to catch people who didn't see it when it was on TV, or of course they don't know what channel the CW is because there's 100 channels on your TV now, and you don't know what it is. And
we did a joke on the show actually that my character Rogelio de la Vega, they want to bring his formats into the American television, and he gets a meeting with the CW, and the joke is like Gina Rodriguez, Jane goes like, "What is it, like a streaming service?" And he's like, no, it's a huge network.
Huge thing, yeah.
And then he goes to his writer. And she was like, I don't even know what channel that is on. And I'm like, oh, no, that's a huge network. You know, it's a programming mastermind. It's a superhero for every day of the week. And then they end up rejecting Rogelio. And he goes like, what's a CW? It's the armpit of American television. And that's, the CW allows that to they make fun of themselves. And that's great. That's great. Part of comedy.
Yeah. And now you guys have Supergirl too.
Now we have Supergirl.
Yeah.
Which is such a great show too.
We are the only normal humans.
Because it's all like time traveling shows,
werewolves,
and aliens, and werewolves,
vampires, superheroes.
Your upfronts must be hilarious. That's got to be bizarre.
We only went to 2.
Really?
We were not invited to the 3rd one. No.
Why?
Because we're such a big
show. You don't need to walk out and go talk to people.
Now, you were also just on Last Week Tonight.
Last Week Tonight with John Oliver,
Yeah, and that you did the pyramid scheme.
The pyramid scheme, correct.
Yeah, I mean,
which affects so many Latinos.
Yeah, it's a huge, like, that show is one of the most influential shows that people don't really watch the show. They watch, like, the stuff on the internet. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those shows where, like, a lot of people just watch
huge numbers.
I see that on Facebook every single time one of those shows comes out. Whatever the big bit is, it's all over Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how I watch that show. Like, I don't even know what channel HBO is on my stuff. I watch it on HBO Now or whatever on the app. But I mean, it's like, that's one of those things. And like, I saw you on there and I was like, oh, it's so good. It's so funny and pertinent.
Did you see
and
the Spanish version we did? Or just a little bit where when he goes, and we're going to upload a Spanish version of this thing.
I just saw him do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you go to his YouTube channel, I do all the infomercial with the fires and everything, but in Spanish.
Oh, awesome.
Oh my God. What a smart idea.
For like 4 minutes and a half. Wow, and then the same way he brought me in, Jaime Camil, and I go in. I did the same thing, but speaking in Spanish, saying, and we're going to upload a version in English, and it's going to be done by Juan Oliver.
That's great.
And then John Oliver walks in, and we did the
that
same
is amazing.
We did the same thing, but opposite.
That's so funny.
God, what a career, man.
Yeah.
This is so awesome. Getting to sit down with you. I mean, we got to work out together the other day, which was very, very nice. Yeah, it was a good time. We had a good time.
You guys have the same trainer?
Yeah, we have the same trainer.
You have the same physique?
Yes, exactly.
Right. Absolutely. Focusing on the core.
I can't even tell you guys apart. I don't know which one's on my left, which one's on my right.
We're both so handsome.
And we have the same. We talk with the same accent.
Yes,
Steven actually was named the third sexiest person on the Nighttime Show podcast.
Oh wow,
it's a very prestigious award.
Very prestigious award.
Very prestigious.
I love it. Honestly, so damn cool to have you on the show. This has been so awesome, and I can't. We're gonna put the episode out right away. We'll get this thing right out for the world to check out. Where can people find you on the internet?
I'm all my social media platforms are at Jaime Camil, at JaimeCamil, all of them.
Wonderful. Yes. What about you, Matt?
You can check me out at funnymatt.com. I got links to everything there. Or if you were annoyed by me, please let me know at mattwalkersucks.com.
Yeah, which is a real website.
Real thing.
Yeah. Built by necessity.
We hate Steven Singer. What's the name of the jeweler in New York?
Oh yeah. I
hate Steven Singer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but don't go there. Go to
mattwalkersucks.com.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely go there.
Definitely go there.
SUCKS?
Yes.
Just want to make sure.
What about you, Glazer?
Buy High Times since I'm all over that this month, and watch BuzzFeed since I'm all over BuzzFeed this month, and next month watch TBS Digital and follow me at Glazer Boohoo on Twitter.
Dude, I love BuzzFeed.
Yeah?
I'm a big fan of them.
BuzzFeed's amazing.
Every time I go to New York, I invite myself to their offices. I'm not invited. They don't want to see me. They don't give a shit about me. And I'm like, please, I would like to say hi to you. And like, whatever, come.
You know, I gotta say this.
Come to this one and come hang out.
I'm a big fan of BuzzFeed, and I love reading their articles. I love reading their lists. Like their lists are absolutely hilarious. Yeah. But I do feel like they owe Melissa Villaseñor
a huge apology.
An apology,
100%
for
throwing her under the bus.
Throwing her under the bus because that girl is the first. She's the first Hispanic actress ever to be a serious, first Latina on SNL.
Yeah.
And they like right. Well, I don't know who it was. I don't know who the writer
somebody
was.
who shouldn't have done what they did. I don't even know what their name is.
I'm not following. Sorry, what happened?
They wrote an article.
Okay.
She's the first.
I know her story. Yeah, I've seen her.
She's done
amazing.
our show. She's done our show, and I adore her.
Yeah.
But some writer over there went back when she got cast and went into her Twitter back to 2010 and
7 years ago.
found jokes that were kind of a little off color, maybe that she was testing out on Twitter, and they published all of them.
And
in a
they
list.
wrote an article calling her a racist.
Yeah.
And then there were like petitions saying, get this racist off of SNL because of this BuzzFeed article drumming up these morons who have no idea what Melissa Villaseñor is like. She's
like
one of the nicest people you ever meet in your entire life.
One of the sweetest ladies in the whole world. But that's the problem. That's the thing when it comes to
That's the problem with the internet now.
That's the
People
problem.
do that.
It's look when it comes to stuff like BuzzFeed. I read every day. Like there is hilarious articles in there every day, and it's a very very funny platform. I just feel like sometimes things can go the wrong way.
Yeah.
And I love Melissa. So
There was a
that
guy.
gets tricky.
It does.
It does get tricky.
Luckily,
Love
all I
Melissa
do is
Villaseñor.
get high with Snoop Dogg, so it's very safe. You don't have to worry.
Well, you're the best. You're awesome on it, man. And that video, the video of you getting high with Snoop Dogg, is
Dream come
one of
true.
the funniest things.
Oh
It
my
is.
dear God! You got high with Snoop Dogg?
Yeah,
They
the man, the myth, the legend.
blindfold- They blindfolded him.
That's like a bucket list of visiting the White House.
Did you
Yeah,
cry
you
when
know.
you got high with Snoop Dogg?
No,
Oh, you didn't? Because I did. I cried and hyperventilated into a bag in front of Snoop Dogg, alone with him while I wept, and he just kept laughing at me and saying, "You gonna die tonight, son. You gonna die tonight."
And listening to Enya.
Yeah, well, listening to Enya.
Yeah.
But what they did to you? Tell them what they did to you. 'cause it's amazing.
They blindfolded us, didn't tell us we were going, and walked us into a room that smelled
Like-
so strong that I was like, "Oh, I'm in somewhere where it's a grow house." And they're like, "Take off the blindfold." And I'm holding a joint, and I turn, and there's the man, the myth, the legend, just sitting back in a chair, like, "What up, y'all?" And it's just like, "No way, you're a real person. No way, you're real." And it was incredible. And just sitting around all day, hanging out with Snoop, and yes,
Oh my God!
great guy.
That's
Yeah.
amazing, and I
have
love
to- I
that.
have to
Like
check that
he
out.
didn't
Oh my
want to
God.
cut. Like he didn't want to end the shoot.
Yeah, no,
He
he was like, "No, y'all are cool. We're hanging all day." And it's like Snoop's. Everybody's like, "Snoop, you have like a train to catch to a private plane to go underground that nobody knows where you like."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because
crash,
he's like,
yeah.
he's very very exclusive, and he's like, "No, I'm hanging with these people, and we're all getting high all day." Like,
It might be jizzle.
yeah.
I feel like Snoop Dogg probably does that like every day. Where he's just like, you know what? I'm not going to do all that stuff. I'm just going to sit here and get high instead. Like I feel like that happens a lot with him.
Yeah.
He's the best.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Jamie, I'm sorry, Jaime. Before we go, I'm so Canadian.
You really
Jaime, before we go, I know that you have an enormous fan base, and I know they listen to you. So if you would maybe say a little something to them.
Pero of course, gracias. My fans, they call themselves #Camilocas, which means Camil Crazies.
Yeah.
Yes, and I love it. It's the best nickname. So, seguramente mis Camilocas van a asegurarse de que este podcast llegue a todas las esquinas del mundo donde me hacen el favor de seguirme. Así que gracias y un beso muy grande a ellas porque su apoyo a mi carrera es increíble.
I love it. That's the best thing I've
I
ever
understood
heard.
4 words.
I understood the whole thing.
Man
of men. You can get me on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Stephen Glickman, Stephen Glickman. Yes. And also, don't forget to check out the Nighttime Show, December... we
17th.
got December 17th.
This will be out after that one, I think.
Possibly, but we got December 17th, January 28th, and then February 25th and March 25th. If you're in Los Angeles, go check it out. Don't forget to subscribe to the Nighttime Show on iTunes. Leave us comments, retweet it, repost it, send us love. We'll all follow you back, and we all adore you. And I love you guys. Thanks for listening to the Nighttime Show. Peace!
Oh, hammer!